back to today's video. And hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is gonna be my makeup storage and makeup collection video. I'm going to share with you guys how I have my vanity set up, as well as giving you an overview on how I store my makeup and all the products I have in here. So if you guys are interested to see all the makeup I have accumulated over the past couple years, then just keep on watching. To begin with, I'm going to give you an overlook on my vanity. It's taken me some time to get this exactly how I want it, and this is actually one of my favorite ways that it's ever been. So there's me. Alright guys, so this is what my vanity looks like. This is a setup, and I'm going to give you guys a look from the outside. Here I have my Alex drawers, I have my table, and I have my little stool, which actually serves as a storage for me as well. I have my little garbage can right next to me, just in case I need to toss any garbage or anything. And to begin with, my tabletop is just the tabletop that is paired with the Alex drawers. I forgot the name, but I'll try to list it. I'll try to link it below. This paper I found at Walmart, and it's the, what's it called? That sticky paper that you can literally just stick right on top. It has glue on the other side. So that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and start from this side to that side. Starting over here, just have my water cup. I like to keep water here because usually this is where I film, and I'm usually always talking, rambling like I am right now. Starting over here, I have this little cup from Sonia Kashuk. Oh, and this is where I use to keep any of my eye brushes, so anything like that goes in here. Any smaller brushes I put in this little one. Then I have this big brush organizer that I picked up from Amazon, I want to say, and this is where I have like my larger brushes. So I have my face brushes, foundation brushes, powders, and all that good stuff, and I like to store these in this 3 divider kind of thing. I have a pair of lashes just hanging out right there. Then I have this decorative A for my name. And then I have a clear one where I keep all my eyeliners and my Kat Von D liquid lipsticks. I like to store these together. I don't know, I thought it looked pretty. Here I have a clear acrylic 3 drawer organizer where I keep my lipsticks, my mainly used lipsticks. So usually I separate it out by either like brand or type. So I have like lip glosses and then like liquid lipsticks, for example. And then up top I keep all my MAC lipsticks. This is basically all the ones I have. I have a couple in here that don't fit up there, and then I have a couple in my my makeup bag that I use to take with me daily. So I have my most popular lipsticks right over here. These are like all the ones I own from MAC. Then I have my Versali little elixir drops. This is like one of my ultimate favorites, the unicorn essence. And then this one I just started using the gold elixir. Since I've heard so many good things about it, I decided to pick it up. I've owned it for quite a while, but I haven't really put it up to the test. But this one I love for sure. Little guy was sent to me by Influencer, and they sent me one of the studded lipsticks from Kat Von D, and this one is in the shade Lovecraft. But this is what the color looks like. It's so pretty, and I love these lipsticks. They're so nice and pigmented and creamy, so I definitely want to pick more of those up. And then over here I have like my limited edition lipsticks. This is the one from Mariah Carey. This was the one from the Caitlyn Jenner. This was the one from the Caitlyn Jenner collection. Over here, these are my Lip Tensity lipsticks that I keep all together. Then I have one little baby MAC lipstick, and then I have another lipstick which is in the shade Fox, and then this baby MAC lipstick which is so freaking cute. Then in the second drawer I have color Desi Katie liquid lipstick, and this was the orangey red one. Then I have this this Rimmel lipstick from Katy Perry, which I thought was really cute. I bought it a while ago. I have my liquid lipsticks from MAC, which I absolutely love the formula. Love, love, love the formula. Then I have two of their patent polish lip pencils, and I have the first one in Innocent and the other one in Kittenish. I've talked about Kittenish before. Guys, these are so incredibly awesome. If you guys haven't tried them out, try them out. They're so nice and moisturizing for the lips for like an everyday kind of use. Then in the last drawer, I have all my other lipsticks. So this is the Urban Decay Fuel from their Naked collection. I love it, the Naked Heat. This is a Morphe Makeup Forever lipstick. This is a Bobbi Brown. This one's so pretty. This was gifted to me from Bobbi Brown when I worked at Sephora. This is such a pretty color, and this one's in the shade Hibiscus. Then I have my little travel size from the NARS liquid lipstick collection, which I love their formula. This is in Star Woman. It's a nice red lipstick. Then I have their regular lipstick from Dose of Color from Desi X Katie, and this one I think is in the shade More Creamer Please. I have a Girlatic liquid lipstick, which I absolutely love their formula. I have a Bite lipstick, more MAC glosses, a Morphe liquid lipstick, which I'm obsessed with. This is in the shade Peanut. I definitely want to pick up more of their colors because I am absolutely in love with this liquid lipstick formula. It's one of the best. If you guys are scared to try liquid lipsticks because you think they might dry out your lips, try this out. Like, they're just so good. I have a ColourPop I Love Side-Eye the gloss, and then I have a Maybelline matte lipstick in the shade Beige Babe 545. So that's that. Like my setting sprays that I like to use on a daily basis. I cannot live without Fix Plus. I need this. As you can tell, I'm like more than halfway done with that. And then I just recently grabbed the all-nighter, the Urban Decay all-nighter. I had never used this before, but I don't know where I've been, honestly, because this has been like in the loop for the longest time, but I've never went around and trying it, and now I know why it's so freaking popular, because it's so good. Then I have like this little tin thing where I keep my these little guys. I like to keep these nearby in case I need to go ahead and like fix a mistake on my makeup or anything like that. And then right next to it, I like to keep my MAC concealers. These concealers, if you turn them, they might like, the product might turn on the side and then it might be hard to squeeze it out. Especially this one, since it's almost out, I like to keep it standing still up. That way if I need to use it, I can still grab a little bit from down below. And then over here, I like to keep my Kat Von D brushes in their cases, because since brushes are double-sided, I like to make sure that they are protected and they don't get dirty, because if you stick them in the case holder, like in the regular brush holders, then you stick it down one way, but then that one side is getting dirty. So anyways, I like to keep them in here. Plus it looks nice on the vanity. I just set them right over there, and that's their home. And then right next to it, I always like to keep my charger for my phone. I usually have my phone charging at all times if possible, because since I'm always on it, it's always running out of battery. So yeah, and yeah, so now let's move on to the actual drawers of my vanity. Alright, so this first drawer, I'm gonna make these like super brief because I do have a lot of stuff. So this first drawer, I like to keep my stuff that I'm currently using, stuff that I reach for all the time, and usually these are new products that I want to use or want to start using, or products that I use on a daily basis. So just to begin with, I have this Bioderma micellar water, and then I have the little cotton pads to go with it for when I need to take off my makeup and I'm in my room. I also have a few empty boxes from MAC stuff that I bought. Here are more empty boxes that I need to put away. I have a routine of where I like to keep the boxes and put them in this little thing in here, which I will go over in a minute. But usually when I have a box for something, I'll put it down there and then I'll just leave the actual product like you see here. So yeah, these are just empty boxes of stuff I've bought in. This is my first Dose of Color liquid lipstick, and I actually got it in the shade Knock on Wood. And I actually really like it. I'm super impressed with the formula. I really liked it. And yeah, and then this was also a new purchase from the Too Faced Melted Matte collection. This one's in the shade Child Star. And I was super impressed with this one too. I really like this one. And then I'm obsessed with the Everlasting lip liners from Kat Von D. I definitely want to go to the store and like pick up a bunch more because the formula on these are amazing. Yeah, so these are just a couple things that I have been trying out. This one, definitely new Dose of Color Sassy Sienna palettes. Definitely love it. And then I got my MAC Patrick Star powder, which I really like as well. And then I have my Desi X Katie stuff here, which I use on a daily. And then here I have a couple other things that I use on a daily as well. This is my bronze collection slash drawer. I like to keep all my bronzers here on display. I have my contour kit back there. These are all contour kits that I have. This is the powder ones, and then I have the other stuff back there. These are just like my mainly go-to items that I usually grab. I have MAC, Too Faced powder, setting powder Born This Way, which is actually like super good, which I love. And yeah, my Shade and Light palette, which is all beat up, as you guys can tell. So beat up. And there's barely anything back there. And then my Bobbi Brown. I have Smashbox, MAC, NYX, more MAC, Makeup Forever, Tarte, and Hourglass. One of my favorite bronzers from the entire time I've been doing makeup is the Luminous Bronze Light from Hourglass. So beautiful. This next section, as you can tell, I have my stuff like very organized and separated by these little baskets. So here I like to keep all my eyebrow stuff. This is like my eyebrow scissors, my eyebrow pencils, these little eyebrow thingies that you use to like shave your eyebrow pencils, your eyebrow hairs. Then here I have like all types of mascaras and glitters and stuff like that. And over here, I like to keep my beauty blenders and my eyeliners. Here, I like to keep extra beauty blenders that I use for like other people. And I keep my Duraline. If you guys don't know what Duraline is, I will put you on it right now. It honestly is a makeup saver. If you have any type of cream products that are dried up, if you just squeeze one little drop of this stuff in it, and it saves it completely for you. I use it especially on my Pro Longwear paint pot that I use to set my eye with, and it honestly fixes it every single time. Next drawer is one of my favorite drawers. It has all my blushes and highlighters together. So most of these are blushes, are highlighters, then we go to blushes, then we go to highlighters. All of these are mostly blushes, which I love, and then I have some liquid highlighters. I have the iconic London liquid highlighter in the shade Original. Then I have this Sephora drop illuminating drops. These are really pretty and they're really cheap. I have my Master Chrome Maybelline highlighter in the shade Molten Golden. One of my favorites from the drugstore. Honestly, this whole entire section is my MAC stuff, except for the two items back here, which are Bobbi Brown. I have, oh, and then the two on the front, which are my two Laura Geller highlighters. MAC blushes, and then my MAC highlighters, which I absolutely love. I have like an entire collection of these. As you can tell, I'm obsessed with the formula. And over here I have all my palettes, my blush palettes and my highlighting palettes. So first I have obviously the glow kit from Anastasia. I have the Nicole Guerrero Anastasia highlighter palette. I also have this custom made little palette from MAC. I have my MAC blush, my personalized blush kit that I made from MAC. I don't know all the shades, but I love them. And then lastly, I have my Urban Decay and Gwen Stefani blush palette, which is really pretty as well. Drawer I use for eyelashes and foundations. My favorite drawers because of my foundations. I am a foundation junkie, as you can tell. I love eyelashes too, so I like to keep all my lashes here and ready to go for when I need some. For my foundations, I'm just going to share a little bit of the ones that I have. My favorite ones, actually. This is the LA Girl Pro Coverage. This is like one of my ultimate favorite ones. The Makeup Forever Ultra HD. I love as well the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I also really like my MAC, my Studio Fix. I love my Too Faced Born This Way, as you can tell. It's like halfway gone because of how much I abused it. I absolutely love my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. I got this for my birthday last year in New York City. And because it's so expensive, I just hate to use it. So yeah, but I do have it. Concealers that I use. I have obviously my Tarte Shape Tape, which I have my backup. It's right over here. I have this little Becca, the First Light Priming Filter. I love this stuff. It's so pretty. I have my Ulta Concealer, which is really nice. I have this Burberry Fresh Glow Base, which is absolutely beautiful but so freaking expensive. I have my It Cosmetics CC Cream, which is one of my ride or dies. And primers. I have my mostly used and my most favorite, the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Base, and I have this in the shade Radiant Yellow. I have this MAC Studio Moisture SPF 15. I live in Florida, so we do need some SPF. This Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer. I have this Marc Jacobs. It's their Cover Stick, the color corrector. And this is in the color Covert Affairs. The next drawer, I have all my skincare. So this is all from like moisturizers, eye serums, eye balms, serums, all that good stuff. And here I have like my most used and little travel size items. This is one of my favorite moisturizers. This is the Clinique Moisture Surge Extended Thirst Relief. Oh, and then I have my Belif Moisturizing Eye Balm, which I really like how this has been working out. I actually got to put this out in my vanity to remember to start using that a little more. And yeah, I love skincare, by the way. Next is my lip stuff. These are all my lippies. This is like my regular lipsticks, and then I have like liquid lipstick glosses, and then more liquid lipsticks. This is all my liquid lipsticks here. I have another Galactic one. I love this shade. This is called Demure. This shade I think Katie loved previous. This Tarte lipstick, and this is in the shade Skinny Dipped. This is like one of their most popular shades when they came out with this line of lipstick. Then I have all these glosses. I have Anastasia glosses. I have this Maybelline gloss, which is really pretty. I have my Buxom gloss, which I need to start using again because I really like this stuff. I have this Too Faced Melted Chocolate Liquefied Longwear Lipstick. I have my Beautiful Real lip glosses, which I really like because they have the little light. I love that. My Estee Edit gloss, Anastasia gloss, and Bare Minerals. This is in the shade Groovy, which is one of Jaclyn Hill's favorite nude gloss as well. More liquid lipsticks. These are like a mixture of drugstore and high-end. I have my Anastasia lipsticks, ColourPop. I have a Milani liquid lipstick. It's the metallic one. I have some Wet n Wild lipsticks. This is a Stila one. I have a Kylie Cosmetics in the shade Leo, ColourPop. Over here, I have all my Maybelline lipsticks. These are all right over here. And then over here, I have some NARS lipsticks. I have 4 of them. These were the Audacious collection. I love the packaging. They're just super expensive. They're like very expensive lipsticks. But I have the color Fanny. I have Anna. I have Anita, and then I have Barbara. Barbara's like a really nice nude, which I also need to put out so I can keep using it, because I always forget. Once they're tucked in, and I always forget to use these. This is such a pretty nude. So I'm definitely going to keep this out to go ahead and use it with the rest of these products over here. Last drawer, this is gonna be my eyeshadows and palettes drawer. So I have all my eyeshadow palettes. I have my single shadows over here. I have my Melt Cosmetics stack, which I actually need to put out too, because I gotta remember to use this stuff. Fell in love with this when I bought it back in New York when I went to the makeup show. I have the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye, obviously my Jaclyn Hill palette, which I love. I have this Jeffree Star Androgyny palette, which I was like going crazy when I got it because I really wanted it, but I honestly have never touched it, as you can tell. Like, I've never even done anything with it. I've never used it. So I thought I was going to use it a lot more, but these colors are just so hard to use. I maybe might use like this red. It looks so pretty. Called Fetish. So yeah, maybe we'll see. And then I have my Morphe. This is the Morphe JH palette. This was like her very first palette that she collaborated with Morphe. These are Morphe shadows, so she just put her name to it. That I'm gonna toss. So that's that. And then over here I have all my palettes. So I have these two MAC palettes. These are my MAC shadows. My Anastasia single shadows right over here as well. So I have these together. And then I have this Carly Bybel palette, which I think was gifted to me by my sister. So pretty. And then I have the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, the Modern Renaissance. I have the Urban Decay palettes, which I barely use. I have this Natural Matte palette from Too Faced, which was used and abused before by me. I used to love that. I have the Tartelette palette in Bloom, my Kylie palette, more Anastasia palettes, and then this ColourPop little quad from I Love Sarai. And yeah, and then this last drawer I use for like my electronic stuff. So I have like my iPhone cases in here. I have some more iPhone cases here. I have some like stuff for my camera. I have a little to-go portable wallet. I have my another tripod that I like to use. My key, sunglasses. These are my black ones, and then my gold ones are in here, and then just some more stuff. And yeah, that concludes the whole part of my vanity. Right in here, which was where I was sitting, is so cool because I can actually store stuff in here. So what I like to put in here is basically stuff like the little containers. I like to keep them just in case, and usually I throw in receipts in here as well. All that good stuff in here just in case, you never know. So I just keep all the boxes of all my products, and like I start like dumping stuff from here like every 5 to 6 months, and I'll just like, if I know I like something, I will just dump the actual packaging. And then I also want to show you this lamp goes really well with my vanity because it's black and my vanity is like marble, and so I have the gold framing with the black top, and then these to go with my little themed area. I have this one, and then I have the brush one, and then I have this black and gold one. And all these I got at Home Goods. If you guys have a Home Goods near to where you guys live, I highly suggest you guys checking it out. There's so many wonderful and beautiful stuff, and you will find anything from kitchen stuff, bathroom stuff. You know, you can set up a beauty room with, they have like very nice decorations and stuff like that. If you guys enjoyed my little tour for my vanity, then definitely give this video a thumbs up. Down below any video requests you guys might. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. I will try to leave a link to the different items that I talked to down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.